Hello. We're still looking at a very mobile weather pattern to the northwest of Europe at the moment, with areas of low pressure barreling in from the Atlantic, pulling a lot of warm air up from the south across the Mediterranean, stirring up quite a bit of dust actually across northern Africa. We'll see some wet weather piling in to northern Italy on Thursday, some heavy snow for the Alps, but the mild air close by will mean an increased avalanche risk here. Still looking very stormy towards the northwest. Comparatively quieter to the eastern side of the Med, a few isolated showers for southern Turkey, some heavy rain though, as you can see, for Sicily, much of Italy, Sardinia and Corsica. Clear as for eyes to the east of Spain and for the Balearics. In the west though, increasing cloud, rain for northern Portugal and showers feeding into the north of France and across the UK. Ahead of the low, it is briefly a quieter story for Scandinavia, but we'll start to see fronts pushing in here on Friday. And then another low piles in from the west. Rain and snow, snow on the Spanish plateau, rain more generally across Spain and Portugal, and still looking very changeable for the likes of the UK. On into the weekend though and the following week, and the picture does look like it will become significantly quieter. It will also start to turn milder across Western Europe once again. Hello. Through the course of the last 24 hours or so, a deep area of low pressure has been bringing very strong winds and heavy rain into coastal states of the US. For Wednesday, this whole low will shift up to the Canadian Maritimes. We'll see some extensive snow here, strong winds, blizzard-like conditions for Newfoundland, Labrador, New Brunswick, and another little feature running in behind that low will also bring snow into Quebec. Doesn't look much at the moment, but this area of low pressure though across the plains will take over as the feature, bringing the most dramatic weather to the continent by the time we get to Thursday and Friday. That's going to deepen significantly. To the northwest, still some wintry weather though in the forecast for British Columbia on Wednesday. Quite a bit of cloud spilling in from the Pacific to California. Rather grey skies for the next couple of days. It looks like we'll see some quite heavy rain for Seattle, potentially some heavier downpours for San Francisco by the time we get to the end of the week as well. Further east, as promised, there's that area of low pressure feeding into the Maritimes. Strong winds even to the south of the low, but some brighter skies for New York and Washington DC on Wednesday. Certainly much clearer behind that area of low pressure as we make our way further south. But we are expecting thunderstorms to come rolling off the plains and push their way eastwards from that developing low by the end of this week. Hello. As we start to transition into winter in the southern hemisphere, we start to see our showers becoming increasingly lively across the Amazon basin through into the east of Brazil. And if anything, the risk here of flooding increases as we look at Wednesday and Thursday's weather forecast. Further south, clearing skies across parts of northern Argentina, Uruguay and Paraguay, drier weather and increasing amounts of sunshine. Nothing too bad across Venezuela, but we will see, as promised, more showers for Colombia, for Ecuador, and a real focus for northern and particularly eastern Brazil in the next 24 hours. Some sunshine though for Rio de Janeiro, some sunshine also in Buenos Aires, more wet weather though piling in to southern Chile. In terms of the outlook for the coming days, Rio looks set fair, if anything, getting warmer as the days pass. Buenos Aires will pick up a little rain before seeing temperatures just tail off somewhat in the coming days. Some scattered showers for Mexico, some heavier downpours though potentially for Costa Rica through Wednesday, Thursday, and also some more persistent rain for Haiti and the Dominican Republic, partly tied in with the tail end of a weather system exiting the eastern seaboard of the US. So here's our outlook, a little bit more mixed than we normally see. Some showers for San Jose, 1 or 2 for Kingston. Looks like we could see some heavier downpours in Havana. Hello, time for a closer look at our weather across the African continent and for the Middle East. Now, days of heavy rain have triggered intense flooding across Iran. The most recent area of low pressure is now pulling away and we are in for some respite, but it does look like we could see further heavy rain arriving into the northwest through the early part of the weekend. This area of low pressure to the northwest, mostly centred up across Europe, is also going to bring some heavy rain into parts of Morocco and Algeria on Thursday. Blowing dust and sand, though, could be actually a bigger issue, and poor visibilities are likely to be a problem. Further south, below average temperatures as a front pulls into Cape Town on Thursday, but warming up significantly here in the coming days. There's the rain though affecting Casablanca. Plenty of sunshine still to be found though in Khartoum. Also looking at some fair weather for Lusaka. Across now we go to the Middle East. Not an entirely dry story here, I must stress though. Still some showers for Iraq and Iran even on Thursday, but much more broken up that rainfall than the intense downpours we've seen recently. A lot of sunshine as you'd expect across the region, but we will continue to feed in that more mobile weather from the west across the Mediterranean in the coming days. So there are some showers in our forecast for Tehran, for Baghdad and for Kuwait. Hello. Heatwave conditions are expected to continue across parts of northern, western and central India for the next couple of days. Typically temperatures by day 5 or 6 degrees above average for the time of year. But the heat will mean we start to see some thundery showers developing, I think, through the latter part of the week, particularly as we engage with a weather feature which will drift across from the west. A lot of sunshine though for India on Thursday, isolated showers in the south, plenty of sunshine also for Sri Lanka and the Maldives. Let's trek further north now though and see what is happening. As promised, there is a disturbance here and it's pulling up quite a lot of mild air from the south, so the temperatures are fairly favourable, but some of these downpours are quite intense and the whole thing will shift across into the far north of India for Friday and Saturday, and the squally winds could be one of the bigger problems, actually stirring up a lot of dust and sand and causing poor visibilities. Much clearer skies to the south of the country, also looking fairly dry in the northeast for Thursday, but expect some heavier rain to move here, I think, through the course of the weekend. Sunshine for Mumbai though in the coming days, fair weather in Islamabad, still a risk of some isolated showers in Colombo. We will though, I think, see quite a changeable picture in Tashkent, lots of sunshine for Karachi and New Delhi. Hello. We have some heavy rain in the forecast for central and southern China in the next couple of days. This weather front continuing to develop. You can kind of see the band of cloud already on the latest satellite picture. Further south, a lot of showers feeding into Indonesia. We're also expecting some heavier showers though to gather to the north of the Philippines and affect Taiwan. To the north, with plenty of sunshine, an unseasonably warm day for Beijing on Thursday, but this weather front will sink southwards through the latter part of the week and that temperature will come down. Some of this rain though, particularly heavy, some of these showers very thundery across Cambodia, Laos and Vietnam, also for northern Thailand. Plenty of sunshine across the region as well. However, we're looking at a lot of fair weather for Osaka, Beijing there though, with that 10-degree temperature drop Thursday into Friday as the cold weather front passes through, but not bringing much here in the way of rainfall. Keeping a close eye on this low to the north of Australia for the next couple of days. Some signs it could show tropical development here. Generally a lot of fine weather for Australia though. Most of the showers on the tail end of weather systems running into the east coast. New Zealand also, with high pressure blocking things to a certain extent, should see a lot of fine weather. Just this weather front trying to push in to the far south on Thursday. I think it will move its way a little further north though, bringing some wetter weather into Wellington as the week comes to a close.